Obama is a Mac daddy. Obama pimps white women and black women. He got started. You didn't notice him till he brought out those big-chested white women with their tight T-shirts and their short pants. That's what a pimp does. Oh, come on. He must be a 54D, double D. And a pair of shorts on. That's what started his campaign. He put his name on two big 54Ds. Obama, that's where you first saw his name. That's the first place I saw it, on two great big.
Sleep during the Cuba Missile Crisis. Is there any doubt in your mind that you would be able to function in such circumstances?
Not at all, Mr. Truitt, and I want you to know that also I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience. If I still have time, I might add, Mr. Truitt, I might add that it was Seneca or it was Cicero, I don't know which, that said, if it was not for the elders correcting the mistakes of the young, there would be no state.
But most likely, this would be me. Hang on a second. This is me most of the time. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Mountaintop in the Swamp. This is the Derek Farmer Network, and we're here with you live. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All indications are good that you can. This new machine I got used online at Walmart with a warranty. I sprung for that $36 2-year warranty because it covers accidental screen breakage, and we know how I am with technology sometimes. I thought it might be a good idea, and I paid forward on that. So whatever's wrong with it, it keeps recycling. It'll just say like, oh, blue screen, something's not recovery, and then it goes through. So I may have to take it back and do that, but hopefully you guys can hear me now. And I like to salute the presidents or people that run for president or people that they're oftentimes easy targets to make fun of, but you know, it's not the easiest position to be in either. And as the current president said, half the time, well, he was referring to some things, but I'll use his words in other ways. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, you know. So I think that presidents that can make fun of themselves, first off, I think that's a good quality. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're not going on about presidents. I do have an agenda real quick. I want to talk quickly about Harald Malmgren. Okay. Who is Harald Malmgren? What does he mean to ufology? What does he mean to the UFO subject? When did his name come out? Where does he come from? What do we know him from? Some of the older folks may recognize his name in conjunction with former presidents such as Kennedy and Johnson, and then Nixon, and finally Ford, who he advised all four of those all 4 of those presidencies, as a matter of fact. Presidents, I should say, during their presidencies. Let's see. Can you guys see this okay? Let me see here. I'm not even sure if anyone's watching, but you know. Oh no, hang on a second. I got to share the screen. Yeah, a little rusty. Here we go. Harald Malmgren. And he spells Harold oddly. I mean, I don't know if that's oddly. Maybe it's English or something, you know. I mean, it might be normal as far as I know. Guys, blow up your screens if you need to blow them up. Anyways, Malmgren, Mr. Malmgren, has a daughter named Pippa. She's kind of in the news in a topical way lately with the subject we're about to discuss. But you may have heard me talk about before the 1933 Magenta Italy crash that was bagged and tagged by the Knights of Malta and the Vatican during World War II, towards the end of it, towards the end of Mussolini's reign at least. Purportedly, Mussolini let some of that knowledge out to Adolf Hitler, of course, who went on to most likely develop some weapons technology that would be pretty unrecognizable even to us during this time period right now. But we won't go on about that either, because that's not going to describe everything here about Mr. Malmgren. There's somebody in the know. It's people like Harald Malmgren, and what he said on his, he didn't know it was a death, but he knew he was in bad shape, and so he went and he did a interview, I believe, with Jesse Michaels, who is, I guess, a famous YouTuber, if you want to say that. I mean, he actually makes money doing it. I know he charges at least $43 for a T-shirt or something like that, so he must be pretty good. I'm sure those are 100% made in America with American ink and cotton and labor and labeling and shipping and all that. Right, Jesse, for that kind of money? Anyways, Harald Malmgren, a presidential advisor who served under multiple U.S. presidents, made claims about his involvement with unidentified flying objects. How'd you know we were going to be talking about it, right? UFOs, as they were known then. Previously to that, known as simply flying saucers. And of course, we know that the phrase, the the descriptor flying saucer was coined by one Kenneth Arnold, who in the first days of July 1947 was flying his single-engine aircraft over Mount Rainier, helping to look for a downed, supposedly U.S. Air Force plane. I think there was a reward out for that find if they found the pilot and or the plane that had crashed in the area. And as he had making his way across, a wide expanse with Mount Rainier in the front, he saw what looked to be, I believe he said 7 or 9 light kind of silver thingies that were, that he said it looked like they were plates skipping across the water, or saucers rather. Obviously, they didn't call them UF plates. Come on. But UFOs were like, flying saucers rather. Because he said they resembled saucers skipping across the water. But what he failed to mention, and what the media sort of ran with at that time, and it was a big story at that time. You guys could go back and pull up any multitude of online sources to see that early July impact of that sighting. Of course, a week after that, we would have Roswell, where the military themselves let out the press release that they had captured a flying saucer, only to be retracted for a weather balloon hours later. That's a whole other story that I'm just not going to dive into, because, I mean, people with real money, real time, and real skills already have dove pretty deep into that Roswell thing. They, a lot of those witnesses are now dead. But anyways, Harald Malmgren just passed away back in, I think, February or March. It wasn't too long ago, 2025. But before he did, he was speaking with Jesse Michaels, who is an excellent interviewer. I do like Jesse. So to go on here, he made claims about his involvement with unidentified flying objects, also known as unidentified aerial phenomenon. Hang on, I got to switch back to the other mode here to see if anyone's making any comments or if I'm just truly alone here. That's all right. Just like E.T., you know, All Alone or whatever he said. What's going on here? Why don't I have millions of people commenting and providing me with bottle service? And no, you know, I do these lives pretty much on the fly. So we'll keep it kind of sanitary unless I have someone to talk to. Said by sanitary, I mean brisk and to the point. So according to Malmgren's claims, he handled mysterious UAP, as we know, stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. Now, that has been revised. In my opinion, the UAP should stand for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomenon, because as we know, aerial really doesn't encompass the mediums with which these craft are recorded on multiple military sensor systems traversing. So he handled mysterious UAP material from a 1962 nuclear test and was briefed on otherworld technologies. Okay, this isn't a close advisor to President Kennedy, to President Lyndon Baines Johnson after Kennedy, and to Nixon, a Republican, and Ford after him. Former Congressman of Michigan, of course, who was the last person, Gerald Ford, to call congressional hearings on the UFO matter before David Grush made his testimony in July of 2023. We know that. His historical crash retrievals, such as the 1933 Magenta crash in Italy by Richard Bissell, famous UFO researcher, Malmgren also claimed to have accessed classified intelligence on anti-gravity research involving Nikola, I haven't even had a beer yet, Nikola Tesla and Thomas Townsend Brown. Also, Brown did work with someone named Byfield. The Byfield-Brown effect is something that they make a lot of reference to. It does appear that they definitely got anti-gravity, which would include time travel. Because once you crack anti-gravity, if you're a physicist, you know you automatically control time. What we perceive as time here on this planet. Okay, furthermore, he stated his daughter, that'd be Pippa, made a deathbed confession to him about UFO crash survivors and showed him footage of a surviving extraterrestrial from Roswell. Malmgren also stated that John Fitzgerald Kennedy's understanding of UFOs and his pursuit of space collaboration and denuclearization with the Soviets might have played a role in his assassination, and I guarantee it did. You see, folks, in 1963, a cabal happened in this country. A coup, a military coup happened in this country. Not even so much an intelligence coup, a literal military intelligence coup. We can go on about that on a different show. These claims were featured in a podcast episode titled Presidential Advisor. I directly handled UFO material. Journalist Ross Coulthart, of course, we know him from Australian 60 Minutes fame. Ross is a famous journalist, well-credentialed and well-respected, also addressed Malmgren's claims. The validity of these claims is still under discussion and investigation within the UAP community. Well, let me inform the UAP fucking community really quick that no one needs them to go over anything because, one, they can't be trusted, because when you have real instances, as Jim Quirk from Quirk Zone will tell you, as Scott Roeder, someone who has verified my very own UAP recording, will tell you, even when you have the evidence, UAP home neighborhood, you don't do anything with it. You sit back and you criticize just like everybody else. That's all you do. And I know this personally from going on some people's podcasts in their Discords and putting up my own personal video only to have it ridiculed by other people that were supposedly into the UFO subject. I left there and I let them know just how the F I felt about it, Patrick. Not from Arizona. I'm not talking about a famous web sleuth named Patrick. He's a good stand-up dude. I'm talking about, and Patrick from Vetted is a good stand-up dude. But I will tell you, in his Discord, I became very defensive. after putting, there's a section in his Discord that says, put your own personal UFO experiences here. Well, Christ, you put one up, and next thing you know, everybody in the UFO community is dogging you out for it. What's the incentive here, and who's running that? Fuck, yeah, and I got in trouble and kicked out for going off on somebody. Anyways, let's move on from there. So what UAP material did Malmgren claim to handle? What other world technologies was Malmgren briefed on besides the crash retrievals? What's the significance of the 1962 bluegill triple prime nuclear test? Now, I'm going to start and go off a little bit about that. I'm going to go back to the studio version here, folks, looking for any kind of comments. We got nobody in here yet, it appears, but you know what? That's okay, because the whole idea of the internet is that this will be recorded in time, in memoriam, even if they zone the drones in over my location and manage to take me out somehow. Don't you worry. This is going to get out there. And let me tell you what, we got something for you. Now, I said triple fish. Triple fish. I'm about ready to crack that first beer, you guys, for real. Hang on. As you know, here in Michigan, we can smoke some of the finest herb in the land. So, bluegill triple prime. This was a secret mission, basically to it depends on really on which side you want to believe. There are a couple sides to this. One official side says we were testing out nuclear technology on a ballistic tip missile. During that process, a UFO clearly comes in, circles it. I mean, imagine this. This missile is flying through the air, thousands of miles an hour. A UFO comes in and circles it in a syncopated manner around the head of the missile, fires a beam 3 different directions into it, and it falls. Here's the other version. We were sending that up to lure in a UFO so we could then explode it and have it fall into the Pacific Ocean and have who? Neuro recapture. Neuro would be national under reconnaissance, blah. Anyways, it's one of these super secret agencies that still exists that they won't even claim credit for. NURO, you can Google it. It's an underwater version of the National Reconnaissance Office, basically. It's the National Underwater Reconnaissance Office. And it's a big deal. But that all stems from something called Operation Dominic. Okay? Now, Operation Dominic, subset Operation Fishbowl, subset Operation Bluegill Triple Prime. Okay? This all ties back also to the Knights of Malta. From any kind of research I've done, Kennedy was obviously a Catholic. The Knights of Malta, if I kind of have the loose facts about that right, they're basically a sovereign entity, non-territorial, with diplomatic relations to no country other than where they're at as individuals. They function as a nation state without land. It is elite. It is a unique position to be in on the planet. Okay, that's the Knights of Malta. Some famous Knights of Malta, with which there are about 3,000 Americans who are known Knights of Malta, most of which are in intelligence circles. Some are dead, some are alive. One that's still, I think, alive that is related to one whose dad obviously passed would be Hugh and James Jesus Angleton. They are all over every military aspect of the UAP phenomenon since the 40s. Okay. Moving on, we have Philip J. Corso. Of course, Philip J. Corso wrote The Day After Roswell, one of the first books on the Roswell situation, as one of the Army officers in charge of that base. We know that he had connections and that he knew things. He saw bodies. He's called out the technologies that came out because of the Roswell crash, up to and including Velcro. Okay. Philip J. Corso, Knights of Malta. Also, Operation Paperclip. That's where we brought over basically the German scientists after World War II. Many people know about this. It's well known. It's well documented in CIA. Well, maybe not CIA because that wasn't created at the time, but probably whatever Office of National Intelligence. I forget what they called it at the time. Okay. So now Kennedy and Johnson. Oh, please don't leak water all over me after you drink, baby. No, please, baby. Oh my God. It is like a snot machine in here after this dog drinks. I love you, babe. Okay. Kennedy and Johnson went to Los Alamos to view what would be called the tag-along. And the tag-along was the ship, the craft, the UFO from another fucking time, dimension, or world. Who knows? That came down in Operation Bluegill Triple Prime. The very same material that won Harald Malmgren, advisor to Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, and Ford, verified handling in his own hands before he passed away months later. It's quite a compelling interview with Jesse Michaels, and I encourage you. I haven't watched the one with Ross Coulthard. Apparently, I'm wet from the waist down because the dog slobbered everywhere. It's just quite gross. Yeah, I know, buddy. It's just like, but you have no couth, as my mother would say. Anyways, also a player for faux drama. Hi, Watha. Oh, thank God you didn't start at the beginning and wait to catch up. Otherwise, I would have never been able to say hi to anybody. But you're here now, and that's all that matters. I have gone on and on. Can you hear me okay? I'm so glad you're here now. I've been going over, Harald Malmgren. I guess I took that off there because I put your comment up. Oh, good. Harald Malmgren, I'm sure, of course, Hiawatha, you come here to school me, or did I come here to give you some information is what I'd like to know. Because I'm sure you know all about the interview he did with Jesse Michaels. I found it so fascinating. That was one of the brightest spots, I thought, in this whole year for ufology was the Harald Malmgren, Jesse Michaels interview and the information that came out. Maybe you saw the one with Ross Coulthard. I did not. But I was going on about the operation in specific that he talked about not retrieving, but handling those materials from the retrieved crash. And that was, yeah, you should definitely watch. He was an advisor. I'll just quickly tell you. I mean, I had it up on the screen. Jesus, I could just go back and do that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see your screen or not, though. Like, for me, it's all kind of fuzzy, so I don't know if you can see what I got up on the screen. But it starts to tell who he is. He advised Kennedy 4 presidents in a row: Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford. Also, before he died, he had this interview with Jesse Michaels. Only a couple, maybe weeks. They even spoke the day he died on the phone. And this old when he was very ill, and he knew he was getting ready to kick it. He has a daughter named Pippa, who said that she also. Oh, good. Oh, cool. Then I'll just kind of scroll through it slowly. He says basically that he handled materials from that, the 33 Magenta crash, and then more specifically, the 62 nuclear test that was codenamed Blue. Have you heard of Bluegill Triple Prime, which was a subset of Operation Fishbowl, which again was a subset previously to Operation Dominic, all tied in with the Knights of Malta. This is all Q clearance, nuclear clearance. Again, folks, Q clearance means nuclear clearance. This is all Q clearance stuff. I mean, you got to at least have that. But all of this stuff, and Malmgren, I think, played a part in this to some degree. Information would be spread across private and government agencies for the sole purpose of knowledge fragmentation. Okay, knowledge fragmentation. Now, we've heard it called compartmentalization and everything else, where you maybe stovepipe information into a certain department or amongst a certain group of people. But then to take that a step further, is a bit more on the psyop side to purposely spread probably truthful and untruthful information for the sole purpose of knowledge fragmentation. How does that work? So it appears, again, that the UFO UAP conundrum doesn't show signs of chaos, but rather an extremely well-organized long game. Because people will say the government can't, keep any secrets. I'll ask again, how many Japanese people knew that in the hours before Hiroshima that bomb was going to fall on them? Because if so, then 250,000 people that worked on that operation kept secrets. Okay, go lay down, baby. Please, you're I don't want to be mean, but you're kind of interrupting my broadcast, and it's kind of rude. So no, I'm not going to give you that. Oh gosh, you're cute. Mwah. Oh, he's so cute. I love this dog. But anyways, so I was going on anyways about who then was in the Knights of Malta. Oh, careful, baby, big lug. God. And there's around 3,000 Americans in it, mostly an intelligence circle in the Knights of Malta. Of course, I explained what the Knights of Malta was briefly, just the idea behind it, and that is a sovereign entity that's non-territorial, with no diplomatic relations with no countries, but function as a nation state without land. It is a elite and unique experience for them to be in, and it is indeed a special class of world citizen, because essentially what they're saying is wherever a Knight of Malta is at is its own sovereign piece of land. Okay. Kind of heady, if you don't mind my saying so. But among the Knights of Malta are, of course, the Angletons, Hugh and James Jesus Angleton, Knights of Malta. Go on, baby. I'm reading right now. Come on. Philip J. Corso wrote The Day After Roswell. Now, I've just gone over this, but since there was 0 people here before, I kind of feel like since you're here, I can go over it again since no one else heard it the first time. If you're just catching that twice in replay, I want to say thank you. Hit that like button twice and kiss my ass for the third one. All right. So then we got, I'm about ready to crack a beer. I've had it. It's faux anger. It's faux anger night, Hiawatha. Anyways, this Malmgren handled UFO material after that operation where basically they said they were shooting or testing out a nuclear-tipped ballistic weapon, and this UFO circled it and did the thing and then went away and the rocket fell. But really, they exploded something and brought that ship down, and the National Underwater Reconnaissance Office was there to that worked under the Navy Secretary, I believe at the time, was there to capture that in the water. That was a whole operation to get UAP against their will. This is the kind of shit we're doing in the names of Americans and the people around the world. So, if they send a 3-eye Atlas at us hurtling at 90,000, miles an hour, or whatever, maybe we better ask. Well, we probably won't have an opportunity because we're just ants to them. But, what have we done? What have we done? We don't know. And I can't speculate on it, but it ain't good. President Reagan, Knights of Malta. Star Wars program. It was to prevent the Soviets from shooting ballistic missiles at us. But there was also an offensive measure in space. And I can almost guarantee the Soviets knew about this because they probably collaborated to make it as effective as possible to shoot down UFOs coming in from other solar systems, other whatevers, galaxies, dimensions. I don't know. It's nutty, buddy. But I'll be honest with you guys. If I had to choose to be in UFOs or fucking China, I'd choose UFOs. I don't trust China. I'm sorry. Or Russia, for that matter. Short of that, I'd rather just be us humans. But, if I got to say, do the Chinese and Russians have this so-called crazy tech, which maybe they have some or whatever, and we have no means to defend ourselves against that? I'd say that's pretty damn dire. Pretty damn dire. Those are enemies, not just adversaries, in my opinion. They do things actively to us daily in terms of hacking and prying. They would eliminate us if they could. And we should have eliminated them in the 50s when we could have, but we had a heart. Thanks to, guess who? Harald Malmgren, who helped talk Kennedy out of going military in the nuclear process, also Hiawatha. So this guy has played a huge role in history. Like, in other words, he was there involved in that whole Cuban Missile Crisis, as Malmgren. And, he was on the side of let's not and he knew about the UFOs by that point, of course. Let's not go this nuclear route. It's not a good idea. So they had to talk the generals out of that, but the president got the call. Of course, a number of things killed Kennedy, but notwithstanding the fact that he was going to bring the Soviets in on all of this, work with them on technology to maybe get rid of the denuclearization and so forth. It would have been a transformative second. If he would have made it to a second term, I think Kennedy's second term would have been just incredibly transformative for this country. In my opinion. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just didn't get the sense that he was just your average sold-out guy. There's something a little bit more to him. Or quite frankly, in my opinion, they wouldn't have fucking killed him. Because when you're just a sold-out guy, you get to live. But when you actually fight the system and try to do things that help people, they kill you. That's a fact. Military coup, 1963. Since then, as far as I'm concerned, we've been occupied. By the way, I want to say to tonight's sponsor, Factory Infused Acapulco Gold Doobies. You guys do a great job, but you need to tighten it up a little bit. Like, tap that shit down, because if you don't, it all spills out. That's ridiculous. We're paying these kind of prices to spill our shit on the table. One moment, please, while I test this one. So, yeah. Malmgren makes this whole kind of I really again it's that Jesse, you know how great he is too, and how damn handsome he is on top of it. I mean, brilliant, handsome, energetic. They'll probably off him at some point. Sorry, I hope not. But $43 a t-shirt, Jesse, come on, that better be trackable, made in America. I'm not paying that kind of money unless that's made in America by Americans making real wages with benefits, Jesse. So let's get on that. I'm not saying you don't. But yeah, that's about all I got today. It was going to be kind of a short one. I just wanted to get home. Sister X and niece X were in town, and I have new comments. Oh God, thank God. Oh, Junior's here. Yay. Junior, will you say hi to Hiawatha, and then Hiawatha, you can say hi back to Junior, so I feel like there's more comments going on. Owl on the prowl. Good. Oh, excellent. Do you guys want me to go take a pee for a half hour? Or you can just rewatch the first half hour of the show. I'm just kidding. I wish I had like multiple topics. I mean, help me think of something. Go throw something out there. You guys used to watch that show. What's my line? What's my line? I always hated crap like that. Someone forced me to go see improv once, where it's like a line of people, and they go, they'll just like a phrase, and then they got to act out something, and it just makes me I just get lightheaded. I get very sweaty. I hate that forced sort of, I'm providing humor for you now, Me too, man. I'm really happy that you caught alive, Dave. Thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place right now. I was just saying that, Sister X and niece X, came in to see Mom X at the nursing home there. They just left town, and we all met up over there and had a nice little day of visiting, and, my mom's doing pretty good. I can't really complain too much. They take pretty good care of her over there. She's in good spirits. So I feel overall, oh, good. We got the good hellos going on. I like that. Yeah, it's good to, as I get back out here on the range or whatever we call this place I live, it can get a little lonely. So I said tonight, as soon as I get home, I'm just going to go live with this Malmgren. It's not breaking news by any means, but I sure find it interesting that you know, he didn't know it was his deathbed per se, but it happened to be his deathbed. Did I get the lime? Thanks for asking. I put the lime in the coconut. No, I wouldn't. No, I would say no. I did not get the lime because I'm gonna screw WebMD. You could WebMD yourself into the emergency room. I swear, I don't even mess with that. But I can tell you, I've been to the emergency room 3 times this year for taking ticks the size of like a dime, like a good sized dime, a heavy dime. Off of myself, and then additional ones that the doctor likes to go, oh, you didn't see these ones in the middle of your back, and he's got the tweezers and the alcohol, and he's like, check this out, man. He thinks it's pretty cool. And but no, you must go get that heavy dose of antibiotics when you have detached the and it freaks me out because I'll be going down the road and I'll reach back, and this is what happened the other day, and it feels like a large skin tag, so it feels connected but not, almost like like I would imagine like a nipple clamp or something. Something like a toggle switch, something like something on your back, but it's part of you, but not part that you grew originally, so you can feel it on yourself, maybe like how an earring would feel in your ear if it was pierced and you flicked it back and forth, it kind of crunches a little or something, and then you realize, shit, it's another tick. And so then through my shirt, I like just rip this thing off, because it freaks me out. I'm driving and blood squirting everywhere. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. But I do. I chuck it out the window, and I'm like, there's someone following close. I just flick it on their window, And because I was keeping them and taking them with me. And it turns out that the doctor's office don't like tick pet friends. They don't want them. They don't need them. They just treat you one way, basically. They go, we're going to assume you have Lyme disease. Here's what you do for that in the first 24 hours. Do this every time, and hopefully you won't get Lyme disease. Oh, not at all. I'm not. And by the way, Hiawatha, you can go back and rewatch this. You can't go back and get time back with your kids. So if you got a kid or Derek to choose from, always choose that kid. Well, I don't know who's supposed to spray, but I live in a middle of a field. I literally live in Dave. I mean, you've seen some of my lives, bro. I mean, if I was to put up one of those black light things, or bug zapper things out here, I mean, it would probably overheat. I live literally on the Indiana border in a soybean field, 120 acres of nonstop bug activity. I have snakes and mice. A broken sewer thing where they like to crawl up through the pipe, possibly into my toilet. I don't use the toilet, but the thought even of a long snake coming through the toilet hole right now as I'm sitting here, get me out of here. Oh my God. Anyways, faux drama, but it feels scary sometimes. And then I'll be out there cooking a steak or some shit, and I'll hear coyotes howling. And I'm like, not tonight, motherfucker. I have my gun and I will shoot you. Because I'm just not going to let some coyote take my meat without a fight. It's not happening. Wow. I don't mean to go on about it like that, but it is pretty... I need to bomb this place. I do have the bomb, but I've been watching the dog, and his RV is next door. The dog's got a nicer RV than I have. Do you understand that? It's more modern. He has a TV on the wall, the dog. Thad, I don't have a TV. I just have the computer. I'm so thrilled to have it. And by the way, I thought it was going to be cutting on and off. I want to say thank you to tonight's sponsor, Walmart, for providing me with this computer relatively cheaply, and it's overall working okay. Yeah, I wouldn't just automatically call a coyote varmint. I'll be honest with you. I'm not real fond of raccoons. I love possum. There's not much a possum could do to anger me, considering they are immune to rabies. They eat their body weight in ticks and probably spiders too, which I don't even want to fucking know. Just know that the wolf spiders out here are no joke. You talking about Thad? Yeah, I think he does too, Hiawatha. Like, I'm not a vet and I don't have any money and I'm not even his owner. This always happens, you know? Like, and the owner can't afford. It's just like, here, watch, do this, you know? Like, I wasn't given a choice. I don't want to say, you know, I love him though, but, you know, so I don't want to play politics with that because I love him so much that just having him here in my presence is treasure, you know? But yeah, I don't know quite what to do, but I will definitely check my frickin' email. Thank you. Thank you. Because I know that's got to be something like that. I had a dog with something like, thank you, Al. That's nice. You know, I don't ask you guys to do that stuff, but if you want to, it's always flattering. I'm not going to lie. Yes, I still like to look at numbers. I'm a numbers nerd. That comes from running restaurants. I was of the last generation at the pizza place I ran where they taught the general managers how to do their own profit and loss statements. You know why? They wanted us stupid of that knowledge because they didn't like it when I would call them up and say, well, I made my numbers according to your profit and loss statement. Where's my bonus? So they stopped teaching general managers how to do those. And they go, the supervisors will take care of that. Let you know if you get a bonus. I wouldn't work for any more organizations like that in my life. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Oh, good. Okay, I'll check my email. Sensi Wackadoodle sent you a homemade cure. Well, I mean, you guys definitely all have my email, so I won't check it right now at this moment because I'm afraid if I make too many steps, it makes this computer recycle at the moment. And it's like, which isn't terrible. I can come back on, you know, but it's just kind of annoying that it cuts off everything and restarts. So I'm trying to keep it really simple. In fact, I thought that those 4 little quick presidential, for anyone that didn't see the beginning, I played 4 little skits about 4 different presidents in a row. Like, kind of, to me, they're kind of funny. I don't know, whatever. I like our presidents, all of them. I don't care about the political party. There were Republicans I liked. There were Democrats I liked. There were different ones that ran under different ones that I would have liked to have seen, you know. But, oh, God, it gets on my nerves, though, man. It does. It's like such a small space, you know. Hi, baby. I know. I find that if I pet him constantly, he doesn't shake his head. So I just end up sitting here and rubbing his belly. No. Let's get back to that for a second, though. Owl on the prowl. I mean, I think, Dave, we probably have a pretty good panel. You know, I like to just kind of have an idea. I do. Let me put it this way. I do good on my own show if I have no agenda. Like today, pretty much. Besides that Malmgren thing I wanted to discuss, you know, we're 10 minutes past that now. We could talk about anything for that matter. I got that out of my system. So, but I, you know, just any kind of, you know, like, hey, what's the topic? Give me a topic. I'm more of a like those annoying improv shows. Wow, throw me a topic. Call me the Drew, you know, Carey of panels. You know, throw me a topic and I'll throw you an entertaining conversation on it. I hope. Unless we're talking about like a specific crime case or something, then yeah, I would like to know ahead of time so that I can have some time to brush up on the, you know, just on the facts of the case, of course. And which I would love doing too, to pick like a really, you know, it's like hard to pick a case, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys have any ideas. I hate asking. It's like almost like, let's vote on a murder case. It just feels kind of wrong. I know you are, and I am too, for that matter. I mean, maybe we can combine a missing persons case with cryptids or I don't know. Oh yeah, for sure, Al. Did you watch I can't remember if you were on watching my show the other night, the first one I did when I don't know, it's maybe a few days ago. But Mr. Steve has a way of sometimes, I don't know what it is. Does he do that with anyone else's show? I'm so honored by that, but I find that more times not, and he doesn't let me know that ahead of time, that he'll just sort of like, if we start talking about him or mentioning his name or something weird like that, he'll just sort of pop up and go, you know, hey, I'm just busy, you know, but I'm listening, you know, or something. I find it A, flattering, but 2, I like his company. I find him to be wholesomely entertaining and very knowledgeable, and really do enjoy his perspective, not just on police stuff, but just you name the subject matter. You know what I'm talking about, you guys. I mean, he is great. And yeah, if he has time or the want or desire to ever do a panel, I mean, for him to just name the time, I'm pretty sure we could. I mean, I would pretty much bend my schedule around any panel he'd want to do, you know, because I think it would be fun, you know. Only if we know how to simulcast. Like, I don't want to suck in all the talent on my, no offense, 200 and some subscribers. That seems like I'd rather if we can simulcast somehow, or I'd even be happy to go on to someone else's show. Like, I don't have to have it on my channel live. It doesn't need to be the Derek Farmer Hour. In other words, whatever this panel is. I say, at the very least, put it on whoever's show is going to get the most damn views, in my opinion. If we do it, let's do it. I'm not against trying to see. I mean, you guys probably think, I don't care if the numbers are small or big. I don't. I'm going to do it either way. But yes, I am flattered when the numbers go up, and yes, the more people that watch and comment, there is an addictive drug-like quality to it. But I don't ever just need more than the original people like all you guys who are always here doing what we're doing right now for it to be very satisfying, gratifying, and everything I need in broadcasting. Because I don't do it for a living. It's not, again, I know you hear me say that, but it's so much more than just money that I don't do it for. I do it because I truly enjoy it. And the interaction with people is what I truly enjoy. And I know that at some point, you're not really. No, you don't wish you cared about that. That gets to be very superficial. And Dave, I know you work for a living, so you have time to care about that shit. Nothing against anyone that can make a living doing this, man. Like, some people put out so much content. My hat, I always goes off to certain. I don't know what they do for a living. I'm not even presuming that I know. But when you look at the prolific nature of like Sleuth Intuition, I mean, it wasn't just for a while. It wasn't, like him or hate him, or in the middle, because I do think Sleuth has a lot of middle ground. I don't think you have to like or hate Sleuth. I think you can just like him most of the time, and then once in a while get pissed at him. It's how I feel about him. Maybe everyone's really like that, but well, I appreciate that. When you put it like that, I'll Dave, well, that makes it the reason why I would want you to do that. That feels the best, And again, like I have a very high rating on DoorDash. That might not mean a damn thing to anybody, but to me, it represents the last 100 interactions that my customers took the time to fill out the form on. And of those last 100 customers who took that time, I have a 4.96 out of 5 stars. That's 90. Presents. Let me know if I'm going in and out, by the way. I have a feeling that I got to readjust that damn thing or move a camper over or something. Hey, Boston Christian, good to see you. Always good to see Boston Christian. Been in the best of the shows and the best of the chats, being a great positive force on this thing we call the digital landscape since I have known Boston Christian, and we thank them for that. Because really, it's hard to find real people. I mean, honestly, I know, baby. I know it. I do feel bad for him. He doesn't always, it comes in fits, It's not like he's sitting around all the time doing that, but he's having a fit right now, that's for sure. And it's not, it's not the most exciting life for the poor guy. I'm not a great animal owner in terms of like I'll give him all the attention in the world when I'm here in the RV. And I'll make sure to be here every day that they got a full dish of food and water and all that kind of stuff. And then, that the AC's on all day. It's it's temperature controlled. I would never, leave the poor baby in a warm. This thing will get way too hot, especially, oh my God. Well, there goes the 3 friggin' listeners I got. Sleuth just went live, right? I don't know why I'm getting, why did I get that? I don't know. I've lurked a couple times, man. I like that fucking show. I don't care. He doesn't have to like me. What, you want to get up here with me? Oh, I guess so, dude. I mean, it's kind of warm. Oh, it's a little. You're big. buddy. He loves me. Okay. I know. They call him an alligator dog. Because he's like some kind of blue hound. What do they call blue? Don't you knock my coffee over, you son of a gun, you. And I don't think this was necessary. How do you reverse something like this? It's like they don't back up. They don't fucking back up well, man. Okay, dude. I think pretty sure that your balls are on my leg, dude. And I'm just like, it's just a little too warm for that action. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know. Crap. How about this? Can you get all the way over here? All right, sit. Oh, there's a jug of water right there. I'm sorry. Whoa. All right, watch out for the. Don't. Oh. Anyways, meet your new host. Yeah, he's a. Oh, Shinley. Oh, you big dork. Anyways, oh my goodness, I could put my email up if you guys want. I don't mind that at all. DJ Farmer. It's my name. .llc at Gmail. Want to get in my life would be totally different, but well, he has web feet. Here, show him your feet. This is why I'm constantly too like, he rips me with these. I guess they call them side claws. I don't know. He's got really big here. Can we zoom in? Okay. All right. He doesn't love that. And his eyes are odd, very odd. They're all white with light blue. Yeah. I mean, you don't really tell a dog like this. Absolutely, Boston. Tell a dog like this what to do. You just let him do what they want. You know, he's like, I want that. Yeah. But I do love having him around, and I do feel protected with him here. And he loves me. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. He loves me. Come on. He's a good boy. Okay, well, Preston Dennett's live in a half hour, but damn, Preston, how many UFO stories are there? Anybody know who Preston Dennett is besides Hiawatha? Okay, the slobber bro. Okay, you know what? I have to resolve this right now. Hang on, you guys. No, you can't get on the table. No. Come on. Come here. How about I bribe you with some food or some shit? You want some food? Oh, you got to poop or something? I mean, what's going on here? Oh, you just want the attention. I know. Hang on, you guys. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't mean to create dead air, you know, based on feeding the dog, but hey. Can you? Thank you. Have some dinner, baby. It's $60 a bag. Heck, it's good. Did I ever tell you guys I was almost a Mooney once? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they handed out tambourines at the Mooney convention, and I was going to be at the airport, or some kind of whirling dervish, Okay, it's time for a beer, and here we go. Here's what we got on the grill tonight. Oh, tonight we'll be doing a nice pork cutlet and a nice piece of red meat. Because why? The dog likes it. That's why. And we're going to have coleslaw because I love coleslaw. Hang on. All right. Chill out, dude. Oh, shit. Okay. So, Dave. Oh, my God. Jesus. I feel like I just totally lost control of this show. I'm so sorry, you guys. It reminds me of that Maria Bamford, Dave. What are you doing on your laptop? But Dave, what do you suspect we would do what do you I know you do too. I didn't know that about myself. There are two things I discovered late in life. One was coleslaw. Maybe I'll tell you guys the other one someday, but not until I've had a couple more than one of these. Well, I didn't become one owl, and I don't really consider myself a drinker, really. Let me wipe the slobber off the screen, though. Ew. Okay, boy. Now, can you just, I promise after the show, really, I will. We'll go for a WAL. You can't say the word. A dog doesn't know, so if I say the word WA, he might even be able to spell it. He's not a stupid dog. He's not brilliant. He's like me. He's like in the middle somewhere, which I think is why we get along so well. Is Shay here? I don't even see that. Oh, Shay Watson, what'd I miss? You didn't miss nothing. You missed me going on, oh, wait, but Shay might actually have some knowledge of Harald Malmgren, Shay? Presidential advisor to several presidents regarding the UFO subject. Not regarding the UFO subject, but that's what ended up coming out on his right before he passed away a few months ago. Yeah, coleslaw. Yeah, my buddy wanted me. I found out that I love coleslaw the hard way, and that is I tried it everywhere. I went after I found out that I liked it, regardless of the establishment, and that would come back to bite me in the ass before that truck stop closed down, because it was the middle of the night. It was a 24-hour truck stop, and the cook would be, I don't know if they were drugged out or something. They'd be sleeping in one of the booths. You had to wake them up to go, And, like the coleslaw would come with like one French fry stuck in the middle, what's Boston Christian saying here? But anyways, I was gonna do a blog. What they were calling a blog at this time. This would have been maybe a good holy shit, 25 years ago. It was before I bought my house. That's when I just got into coleslaw. But before that, you couldn't give me coleslaw because I was convinced I hated it. And the only other food I did that with was cucumbers. That's what I was going to tell you guys. Cucumbers. I didn't know I loved cucumbers until I tried like a cucumber, and then I put a little salt and pepper. I sliced it like a potato chip, and I covered it in salt and pepper. It's damn delicious. And I like to burp afterwards, because it's like this reminder of how great it was. Oh, he's trying to tell you his ears itching. I know that. Just lather hands with Johnson baby shampoo. Wash ears gently, rinse twice well. Apple cider vinegar with the top. Oh, really? Okay, I'll get that shit tomorrow. I will do that. Boston Christian, thank you. And also, I do have emails. I know that. Someone emailed me, Sensi Wackadoodle. I will look at that here also because I do think you're right. And I don't see any bugs. It's not like I haven't inspected his ears. They're just puffed up. He rubs, he digs at them too. It's really kind of getting to me, you guys. It's really kind of getting to me. I mean, it really. What kind of dog do you have, Dave? KFC best coleslaw. What? No, I mean it's good though for it's good for a chain. But I mean, I think there are chicken joints around my town that make a better coleslaw than KFC, in my opinion. Like Lee's Famous Recipe, I think has a better one, or perhaps even the Chicken Coop. But it is good. If I had to pick. If you said you could only have one bucket of something from KFC besides chicken, because I'm not a big, actually I do like fried chicken, but I kind of want some fried chicken. I'm kind of getting hungry now. Shit. Oh well, I got food here and I got all the grillables. I'm gonna have a great meal tonight, so that's all set in stone. Which, by the way, when you go without great meals for months and years at a time, every little great meal is so much fun to cook and eat. And I enjoy each one of them. I don't take it lightly or for granted, and I share almost half with Thad when it comes to whole meats only. I hope that's okay. Are whole meats okay for a dog? Should I be concerned about that? Obviously, I don't give him chicken bones. I'm not dumb. Oh my goodness, you guys are, oh good. You guys are more active than I am talking. Wow. Okay, here we go. Hello. Sorry. I'm actually going to take a drink of this. You guys give me a second. I'm a little off point tonight. It's the the arrhythmic nature of the dog. I think doing that ear shake that which probably isn't the easiest for you guys to listen to either, and I do apologize for it. I really do. I thought maybe I'd have some neighbors. Maybe they could bring their babies into the background. Maybe make them, pinch them or something so they could cry while I'm doing a show. We could get babies crying and dogs, shaking shit everywhere and barking. We'll just get a whole scene going. I got this chicken out here harasses me all the time. He's banging into my window. He's cuckooing all day and night now. He's got a little issue. I don't know what his problem is, but he's going to be nugget soon if he keeps it up. Oh, off-brand. Okay. Because that's more about the active. Wow, you guys, I'm so nerved up right now. Look at this. I have a cigarette going in one in my hand. The fucking dog shaking. Just give me a second, okay? Just give me 1 second. I told him I would give him a mozzarella stick if he would lay down. Oh, my God. Oh, he's a good boy. He just went and laid down. Aw, I don't want to hurt his feelings, I mean, quite frankly, now that he went and laid down, I don't want to depress him, I don't want to act like he has a problem. My mom used to do that with me, and I grew up all fucked up. Sorry, you guys. I don't know what is wrong with me today. Oh, yes. Yes, I do like that. Wait, come back, Harold. Not Harald Malmgren. Yes, I've had that. Boston. You know what I find fascinating, you guys? How some different regions of our country make sandwiches and pizzas and like hot dogs and stuff. And I know they've done these Travel Channel, chubby guy, shove all this shit in your mouth shows. But I'd like a more thoughtful show than that. Like, I'd really like my buddy Kyle. He used to do a review on. He's an incredible reviewer. First of all, he's an incredible writer. He's a brilliant man. He doesn't watch the show, or else, of course, I wouldn't be saying that. You can never speak about a friend like that if they're going to be listening to you. It's just awkward after that. But he's fucking brilliant, So, and works for a pretty good corporation at this point. But anyways, what was my point about my good friend Kyle? I don't know. I don't remember. He used to review different things, pizza being one of them, but also he would delve into the history of regional pizza styles. For example, there's an Upper Ohio Valley pizza style. It's more Neapolitan, which is a thinner, more Sicilian sauce, kind of a squarish, not really well-formed crust. It's kind of thin. You do it by hand. Detroit, of course, has this Detroit-style pizza, which is a square pan. Think like, early Plymouth grill in a car, bend it up, throw some dough in it, run it through an oven. That's your Detroit diesel, baby. I do like a good Detroit pizza. I worked for Jets Pizza for 17 years. That's a long time to be a pizza driver. They wanted me to be a manager and stuff, but I'm a driver, I'm a driver. And I did all that management stuff with Papa John's, I won Store of the Year. I won the President's Award with them, Most Improved Store of the Year. We were $1 million unit on an $11 ticket average. I've had my times with high volume pizza. God damn, I'm talkative. This is me off drugs. Holy crap, you guys are talkative too. Wow, I love it. Oh, I love it. We're going. I'm diving into comments, guys. You ready? You did not order. Stop it. Hi, Wathy. First of all, there's no such thing as a cold cut combo anymore. Or do they used to call it the cold cut trio? And we know that Jared, because Justice Served Daily broke that shit down, was a freaky dude. And we cannot support the cold cut combo diet or pedo Jared, whatever his name is. Okay, Owl on the Prowl says long-haired GS. I don't know what kind of dog a GS is. Anybody help me out here? I have to know so many acronyms with the UFO subject, and I'm learning acronyms for the Delphi case. Like, and does anyone else compare like things to like stupid shit? Like, well, for example, they say corn's got to be like knee high by the 4th of July, but we had so much early rain. I said it was, RA height, 5'4" at least by the 4th of July. But then I thought I don't want to give this asshole any good credit, so I had to stop saying that. But um, GS, I don't know what kind of dog is GS. You're gonna tell me though in the lower comments, so I'm gonna scroll down. Here we go. Okay, we call this physical graffiti. The apple cider works well. Thank you, Shay Watson. I use a turkey baster to rinse them out. Oh, I had Afghans. Oh, Afghans. Those are those long-haired dogs, notoriously susceptible to ear infections. Dirt. That's what it is. Is it mites? I bet it's mites. Is it ever on the outside of the ear, a dirt pile that's gritty? Would that be a mite? And if it is, what the fuck do I do about it? Excuse my language. I got enough issues with bugs in this place. Oh God, I'm gonna drink a shot of Ortho right now. I swear to God. Someone light my insides on fire. Oh, I need to drink a gallon of wet cement. I can't take it, you guys. Oh my God, Hiawatha. I'm trying to listen, Hiawatha. I'm trying. It's a lot of pressure. Shay, thanks so much. I had a German Shepherd, my sweet baby's big ears. Oh, I love German Shepherds, by the way. Except for they like to pee on each other. You know how those Germans are. Dawn dish soap. Got that. Always, it's over there. I only use Dawn blue dish soap. If it's good enough for oily ducks, it's good enough for my dog. Or someone else's dog, for that matter. Dog dish soap. It's a good flea shampoo, too. That's what Shay's saying. I believe it. If Shay says it, I believe it. She's had 75 animals at one time. She's running a freaking sanctuary over there. Boston says, Shay Watson, yes, the best and safe. Hiawatha says, Boston, yes. Owl on the prowl. Bucking the system and going negative on the coleslaw. You ain't got no time for coleslaw. What is your problem with the cabbage, with the mayonnaise? I mean, there is a vinegar-based slaw, Dave. Perhaps we could even do one of these hippie slaws for you. It has like apple chunks and braids and like patchouli and shit in it. Nuts and whatnot. I mean, get crazy, Dave. Call it stuffing if you want. But why not save room for cabbage? That's all I got to tell you. By the way, if ever we're on a plane going down together, I will chill you like a head of cabbage. If you try to talk to me while we're going down. Oh, shit. That was a Dennis Miller line. I'm sorry, Dennis. I ruined that for you. That was back in 1989 when you were funny. Boston Christian says, Owl, are you serious? You've tried KFC coleslaw. When fresh. Tastes just like my grandma. If this was a different show, I'd have a different response. But I'm going to say, I bet your grandma made great coleslaw. If you got a pair of those big hemostats, well, not since I rolled my own joints. You can, now that everything has a tip on it now, you buy them at the place. If you have a pair of big, but I'm going to read it here, like 7 to 9 inches. Shay is saying you can use a soft cotton cloth, preferably white. Look, however you feel about the color thing, to get way down in the ear and clean them. Yeah, no, white, so you can see what's going on. Soak it in the apple cider. Can we have someone grab Shay, please? I think we need a witch trial really quick. Something. What? Someone fire up the steak. No, not the grill. The steak for the witch. What do you have me doing here? Do I have to chant or anything, Shay? Oh my God. Wait a minute. I have never eaten coleslaw. You sound like my friend who in his 30s said, I've never had acid reflux ever one time. Like, never needed a roll. He didn't understand what that meant until one day he did. Are you sure? I mean, have you ever eaten cabbage? I'll wait for your answer down below. Some people think cabbage smells like hot shit cooking or something like that. I personally, being raised in a somewhat Croatian style manner, I like cabbage. You know, I like to have what my family called pigs in the blanket, which I would later find out when I went to a friend's expecting sauerkraut and cabbage and all, that they just had weenies wrapped in some blow up biscuits. That's what they call pigs in the blanket, which makes more sense because it's a hot dog in a thing. But I'll contend that my great grandmother's pigs in the blanket, and she was calling them that back in at least the 40s, you know. And then you have the Polish version. Now my aunt would make the same thing, you know, with the stuffed cabbage roll. But she when she married a Polish guy, he liked tomato, a little bit of tomato sauce added to the sauerkraut itself. Oh my God, I sound like I'm 103 years old, by the way. And we like the tapioca. Where are we at here? Owl says, thank you, Boston. Owl, you've got to try it. And you know what? Here's the thing about coleslaw, Owl. It will, much like some people in life, surprise you if you get a good fresh batch. I almost feel like, Boston, if I'm ever in your area, we should meet only to eat coleslaw together. Because I think we both can appreciate coleslaw. And we could even have a coleslaw contest. And I could still do that blog called the Coleslaw Chronicles that my buddy Kyle encouraged me to do. That was my story with my buddy Kyle. He said it'd be a great blog. It'd be called the Coleslaw Chronicles. Like this whole story, you go in the truck stop and you got to, you know, wake the heroin addict up to get your coleslaw, you know. And it would have been. But it's never too late. I don't like tartar sauce with seafood. God damn it, Dave. You have these hard rules like, how do you feel about, I got a good question for you that I know I've asked before. Maybe I've asked before. I'll just put it up in comments. We'll see. You guys know what I'm going to put up for a kind of like a condiment? Is it a condiment? I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to learn how to make homemade, by the way. Horseradish. No, I don't like beets. No way. You know what turned me off from beets? I went to a town called Bay City, Michigan once, where apparently there's a sugar beet factory where they have to boil those sugar beets to get what we call in Michigan Pioneer Sugar. Pioneer Sugar Company. But it made that town smell so terrible, it made me want to hurl. It was like the whole town was getting Ogilvy. Oh, hi, Jari. I also love coleslaw, and I have some tonight. Oh, yes, I love Long John Silver's coleslaw. Thank you. I love how this is kind of turned into the Coleslaw Chronicles. I like it. So no, I won't eat beets. I do like dill pickles, and I do like the idea of dilling my own cucumber. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had the homemade dilled cucumber before, the dill pickle. And I really like it. Yeah, Pioneer Sugar. Yeah, you can buy it at the store. I mean, I don't know if they have it in every state. I'd say get yourself some Michigan small curd cottage cheese. But guess what? Unless you're in Michigan, I don't think you can get it. There's not a better. I won't eat any other cottage cheese. These bits are so minuscule and pasty that and I put mustard and salt and pepper on my cottage cheese. But I will not eat a large curd soupy, disgusting cottage cheese. I will save that for poor man's lasagna. Thank you. And Jari, a second vote. Jari didn't know this way earlier. Someone was making, I believe, Boston Christian, I think, or Hiawatha, a strong case for KFC's coleslaw. And I will agree. I do find it to be my favorite side item at KFC. Oh, that's too bad, Shay. You have to have a certain one for dill pickles, though. Otherwise, I don't think they make... Like, I think... You know, Shay, like, I mean, cucumbers are big. Like, I've never bought a jar of, big dill pickles like that. Like, even those ones they sell at the liquor store, at the counter. I love those, by the way. Because I'm white trash. It's okay. You can say it. I love those goddamn things, and I love the damn sausage in a jar that's pickled too. Give me 2 of each, and I never eat that pig's knuckle. Maybe I'm too gay to eat the pig's knuckle. I don't know. Oh, good God. I need a broadcasting partner. I really do. Yeah, I ain't doing no beats either. And by the way, I'm not falling for that crap people eat at what's that cranberry shit people eat at Thanksgiving? Dave, I know you're not eating cranberry sauce. It's not happening. And I stand with you, my brother, and never eating cranberry sauce. I see people muck up their entire good plate of turkey and gravy, and then it looks like someone got shot into it. I go, what is this, that red shit? Like the cranberries. I didn't ever like their music, the Cranberries. The only cranberry shit I ever liked were the commercials where the guys were standing in the pond of growing cranberries and would make those dumb jokes. Those I liked. Much like that dog in the stupid bean commercial, you know? Big Fish, hey! Well, that's great. I'm so glad Big Fish is here. All my favorite... You know what I'm finding out, I feel like, almost? Which I love the idea of. Since I don't have, like, a ton of listeners... part of what I find gratifying is that I do get a lot of other shows that watch me. Almost like you would say a comedian's comedian. I always felt Colin Quinn was a comedian's comedian. Like someone, if there was a room full of comedians and you wanted someone to crack that room full of comedians up, this can be a harsh room, that you would bring in a Colin Quinn type, you know, who I find to be incredibly brilliant as a comedian. Maybe not so much anymore. I don't know if he's still doing comedy. This is some years back, but yeah, Jari finally tried those English cucumbers. Will never eat a regular one again. Well, what makes it so special? I mean, Jari. I'm not sure what you're saying here, but I don't want to say anything out of hand. Okay, but I see, and I just don't know sometimes where people's humor is at. So I don't know, is this like a circumcision reference or... I'm so sorry. Because, you know, I can tell you, you can be uncut and American. All right. Sorry, you guys. I'm blushing a little bit. Ooh, sorry about that. You cannot eat roasted turkey without homemade cranberries, Boston says. I guess I never had homemade ones, Boston. They always buy the canned ones wherever I go. And I cook my own dinner, and not liking those, I refuse to cook them for anyone else or allow them at my dinner. So, you know, people say bring a dish to pass. I say, if you bring that shit in here, outskis with you. You lose a seat at the table when you bring shit I don't like to my dinner. I'm being ridiculous right now. I hope you guys know that. Well, I've never heard of anything so arcane, I'll be honest with you. And quite frankly, I'm now scared for the future of humanity. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I kind of feel like Thad is kind of like that dog, maybe a little bit. Wasn't that a hound dog type in the beautiful bean footage? I don't know. Maybe Charlie Murphy over there cooking the Johnsonville brats right now. I don't know. And Charlie Murphy's got to be dead by now. He ate so many of those fucking brats. That was like 30 years ago. You're eating all this processed fat, you know, food that brats on the grill. It's more like Charlie Murphy's having a heart attack. Someone call an ambulance. Spam, you know. But Shay, really though, I mean, is that could be a true statement in a niche sort of way. Okay. Or in France. But that shit is not flying in Houston. I'm sorry. I do appreciate seafood from time to time. And some fresh. We've gone over this. I really only like perch and bluegill and things in that family from the freshwater. With a very thin batter. I don't like that big chunky batter. You know, I only like that at places like Elias Brothers or at, you know, Long John Silver's. I like a thin batter and a fresh fillet of perch. I wonder, big fish, do you like fish? Or is that like, I don't know, sacrilegious? Yeah, I've heard that before. I mean, I've seen that. I remember that show, Real People. They'd have, dogs on skateboards and spam at 5-star restaurants. Look, I'm not buying that shit. Don't come down to where I work, shit in my mouth, and call it a Sunday. That's all I'm saying. Spam. My mom loved spam, by the way. I wasn't eating potted meat. I wasn't eating spam. I go to my grandparents on the weekend and say, please, Mom wants me to eat spam. And they said, you don't have to eat spam here, sweetheart. We will make you a hamburger. I said, thank you. Well, and what's going on with this? What? I'm sorry, Jari. Oh, my God. Oh, good, you laughed. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not usually a pervert. I was on that one, though. No doubt. That was pervy. Totally pervy. Shay says I'm hungry. I know. You know what sounds good, honestly, to me is a short stack of pancakes. Gosh dang, I could go for some pancakes. Central Indiana sweet corn is the best I've had this summer. Really? I do love Indiana sweet corn, and that peaches and cream is no exception to. Oh, and now that I don't have teeth, though, it's a little more difficult. Yeah, I used to make corn all the time on the grill. I'm picky about my grilled corn, I'll be honest with you. I learned how to cook grilled corn on a conveyor belt oven in a pizza joint. When the boss brought in much Indiana sweet corn, because he lived down in Three Rivers, right here where I'm living now, and took his truck, and filled the back of the truck up. And then when you got those big, in a restaurant, you got the big, what they call a 3-compartment sink, filled a couple of them up, you whack off the first, say, couple inches, of the corn husk, whatever. Not the husk, I mean the end of it. You leave the whole husk on there. You just cut the freaking end off. You dunk it in the water, you put something heavy on top of it, and you let it soak for about 45 to an hour. And then he would set that conveyor belt on about 500 degrees and run it through about 6 times at 6 minutes apiece. And the whole place would smell like the most beautiful corn smell all of a sudden, and it was the first time I ever had really grilled corn the way that I would go on to cook it myself for many years to come until my teeth got punched down my throat. Shay's from the sweet corn capital of the world. Is that Indiana? It should be. I mean, Michigan has its fair share of sweet corn, guys. It just doesn't get done as early and as beautiful as the Indiana stuff. No doubt about it. Jake from State Farm? Wait, who? Jake? I don't know who Jake is. Yeah, Owl, okay, we found something Owl finally likes. But how could, with real butter and salt, of course. I don't know how you guys finish your sweet corn off, but I've had them. Have you guys ever had it Mexican style where you put some butter and Parmesan, I think, on it? Or even mayonnaise? Some people put mayonnaise on it. I know that sounds weird if you've never had it, but I had it at a Mexican joint once. It was pretty good. I gave it a shot. And I certainly don't mind cutting it off the cob with this mouth situation until I get, my defunct bridge to nowhere from the dentist here someday, which I will. I don't mind cutting it off the cob, so I have certainly been considering making a good grilled corn night, but it does add a step to it than just being able to rip that husk off there, ditch that in the fire pit, and just really go to town, really going to town on it, like, just getting down on it. The butter and the salt, it's and each kernel is squirting and popping, it's quite amazing. And I don't mean to sound pervy, but I'm telling you that sweet corn, when you eat it like that, you don't want it's like you need a sweet corn buffet at that point. You could have 7, 8, 10 corns. You're like a typewriter, like a Smith Corona. Brr, bing, brr, bing, Yeah, I love that. That must have been one of the best things when somehow like chocolate and peanut butter. Like, okay, imagine there were indigenous people here who had corn, probably really great tasting corn, but did they have butter and salt? No. So until all of that came together at that very first Thanksgiving in Pioneer, Connecticut, or whatever that was at, Plymouth, Rock. They had the dinner right on the rock. And they brought together that butter and the salt with that maize, they called it. That must have really been an experience, like, again, that first time where, the scientist was working, and he was eating peanut butter because it had protein and he was trying, and then like, she bent over and out of the cleavage, the chocolate bar fell into the peanut butter and they were just like, oh my God, let's do this, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about today. You guys, for anyone watching the show, I'm so very sorry. I just want to apologize ahead of time, because I really have no direction. You heard of the band One Direction? I have no direction. Even they're better than I am. Nah, I'm just kidding. They're not even close. Oh no. I eat no seafood and barely any meat. I think I remember you saying that. You are picky about it too. I wonder if I can remember what kind of meat you do like, though. I don't think it's anything traditional. I think you like chicken or something weird. Or a steak. I don't know. Remind me. Oh, Harald Malmgren, get off here. Oh, Mustang's here. Jesus. I get so used to seeing you guys, but then when you pop in it's like, oh, I already thought you were here, but you weren't, and now you are, and I love it. And you know what that means? That adds time on. It's like the now that I don't have my own place, of course, I use a laundromat, and I find that, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can add minutes to the dryer before it runs out. You could add, say, 5 or 7 minutes to it if you wanted to with just one single coin. That's kind of how I am with broadcasting. One person comes in the room, you got to add 5 or 7 minutes on. Like a laundromat dryer, I go on. Let me smoke. Owl says, I love seafood. Now, we found something Owl likes. So if we put some corn on the cob, I got your dinner right here, Owl. Maybe you might take the crawdaddies out, but you're probably down for like a Louisiana, like, crawdad boil kind of situation, I'm guessing. Because that encompasses, with that Cajun flavor, all of that. You got the shrimp, you got the potato, you got the crawdad if you do that. I don't do that. I do the shrimp. For all I care, you could throw some hot dogs in the son of a bitch, but I'm not eating a crawdaddy. The last batch my friends made up here, all the crawdaddies were mostly dead when they showed up, and I said, I wouldn't eat them crawdaddies. I mean, a crawdaddy is like what I call like a creek lobster. It's like anything you could find in a local little creek that's been sucking all the toxic chemicals, Every little friggin' kid that went shit in the stream, Oh, I don't like salmon. Ew. When you talk about a fishy fish, salmon is that fish. But a lot of people do like salmon, and I probably haven't had it prepared. Yeah, fish are cannibals. You're right. But wait a minute. Big fish, small pond. Of course, okay, fish are cannibals. So you're not saying that then we should eat a finger or something, though, right? I mean, hey, Jerry, good to see you. Says Mustang. Oh, I love that. Says it's okay, chicken. Well, you know what? I bet you could probably make a damn good vegetarian meal. And I don't know if you do without. I don't know if you're totally vegan, Jari, like without the. I'd have to be in a health crisis not to eat. I'll be honest with you guys. I'd have to be in a health crisis not to eat dairy and meat, probably, yeah. Or I'd have to, I'd have to know it's like, if you have one more of this or whatever, you're done. But I'm still smoking cigarettes, so like, I mean, how concerned am I going to be about that shrimp cocktail? Not that I ever get a chance to eat that. That sounds great. I would eat that in a second, Dave, because baked scallops are delicious, first of all, and bacon is delicious. So when you take one delicious thing and then wrap it inside of another delicious thing, it's doubly delicious. Hence your turducken, you know. I mean, football broadcaster, John, whatever his name was, knew that, you know, the guy with the video game. Oh, that's nice. Jerry says, Mustang, I missed you. I've missed everyone broadcasting because it's been 6 long weeks. But this last week, I guess the 6th, I got my computer 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's my 3rd show in 5 days. So, yeah, obviously I missed something about it. Of course, what I always think is going to be a 20 or 30-minute subject matter today was, of course, presidential advisor Harald Malmgren. That was the first 40 minutes. And then we move on to other things I'd rather talk about, which I like. I like this part of it. And we always talk. Do you guys notice we end up talking about food a lot? I mean, I swear to God, which is fine with me because I'm going to be firing it up soon. Oh, I love those damn biscuits. I'll give Red Lobster one bit of credit. They sold their soul somewhere to make the best cheddar biscuits in the world. You know, again, I would go in there and just eat cheddar biscuits if they could, you know, make them somewhat reasonable. Yeah, I agree. Roasted sweet corn, it's really the only way to eat it. Something else I found that I love roasted is when I went down to my aunt's house before she passed away in Bernalillo, New Mexico. And she would be stopping at these little markets. She worked for the state of New Mexico on Indian reservations, and she would bring home these wonderful sweetbreads, homemade on the reservation, and all these fresh green chilies, and we would roast them and make these enchiladas, these you know, chicken enchiladas that were just incredible. I don't know why that makes me laugh. I'm sorry, Mustang. I didn't mean to laugh. Wait. Well, you said you didn't like tartar sauce, I thought. Were you tricking me earlier? You're some kind of tartar troll. Wait, Mexican what? Hiawatha? I mean, Boston, I mean. Sweet corn, you mean? You don't mean Mexican biscuits. Oh, I get it now. Jari's saying, oh, I missed you. And okay. Sorry, you guys. I have to know the dirt, too. Damn. Hiawatha, what did I do? Oh, goodness, you guys. Shay says, my son makes these pocket amps, and he used to use Secrets cans to house them. He had a business, Jimmy's Mod Shop. I like the sound of this. Hang on a second. I told him you should talk to Spam Company about sponsoring it. I mean, pocket amps. Well, I'm more curious to know, Shay, what your kid is making, a pocket amp and a Secrets can. This sounds like the coolest shit I've ever heard of, actually. He's on YouTube, Jimmy's Mod Shop? I'm gonna check him out. That's cool, man. I dig any kind of shit like that. I dig. First of all, I need to know what a pocket amp is. I mean, what's he playing through it? I mean, I don't know. Now I'm curious. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna do it, not a deep dive, but I'm curious. I love inventors. I love people who invent shit. It's so much fun. I don't invent anything. I just invent word salad. Blah, blah. Well, Jerry wants to know. He could call them spams. Ask Fishy, says Mustang. I don't know. See, I have no idea because, you know, guys, I mean, I used to be, man, I mean, if anybody knew what was going on in that circle, it was me. You know, I got mad first on that one, so I'm sure he would have either gotten mad at me or I would have gotten mad at him at some point, though. So, whatever. Stuffed poblanos casserole. I'd do that in a second, Boston. That sounds great. I like Sleuth a lot. I wouldn't be there, but damn, I miss people. I know. I tried to go back. I mean, I even made positive comments and crap, but I'm just completely blocked. I saw that none of my comments were actually up in the comment section, and I go, oh, Those are getting filtered out somewhere else. There's no Derek Farmer in Sleuth Intuition. There's no room for that. So I just never really went back. I mean, I don't need to beg for affection. At the same time, I still at the same time I don't have anything bad to say about anyone. I really don't. I wouldn't have spent that much time there and with someone if I wouldn't have thought they were quality people to begin with. Like, to then all of a sudden have an issue and go, well, that all of that is garbage then. I don't find that to be true at all in most angles on life, you guys. I mean, I'd say that up until that point, my time there was great. And as soon as it became ungreat, I left. And that was it. Simple as that. No drama. I wasn't really feeling very stable back then. I mean, in any kind of way. Well, I always just liked his hey Luis, how are you? Luis, I want to see your last name right. Cuevas. Mustang. Oh, you must know each other. I'm pretty sure I've seen you around in other channels also. And we welcome you here as we do all. John Madden, thank you all. As we welcome all new people in the chat here. You always start out, for anybody new in the chat, you start out here with 100% respect, right out of the box, right off the bat. No one's going to give you shit here. It's only up to you to whittle that away over time. That's how I like to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I just don't put it even in terms of good guy versus bad guy, a big fish. I agree. Like, I feel like he tries to do the best. And what I was going to say is, in total compliment, was I never felt weird paying for his show. And I was a top payer because I felt like he put out so much great content that to me it was totally worth it. And in those situations, pay. I mean, but even his free content, for that matter, was plentiful. And, I liked being part of that club for a while. And it meant a lot to me. It was really my first foray to talking to any real people on the digital landscape at all whatsoever. I mean, yeah, I've been online forever, but I always have been a go to the show guy. Anybody, you guys know me at all? I'm going to be at the show doing shots with the band. Like, I don't want to be talking about it on some show or whatever, I want to be there doing it, and then we can reflect. But, where is your wrench? How do I do that? I don't know, but I'll definitely give you one. I don't know how to do that right now off the bat, though. I forgot. I have to do that through YouTube, I think. I'm on StreamYard right now. But yeah, you definitely need a wrench, of course. I mean, yeah, I know. You get a lot of crap. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you get a lot of crap. Sometimes, like, but your show, I think that your show goes a bit off the rails from time to time, but that's kind of what I like about it. Like, you just have no idea where's it gonna go. And I like that, I agree that people continue then to listen, wondering, oh, where's this gonna go? Boston just giving everybody a shout out here, saying hello to even me, which I love. Just because I'm the host doesn't mean oh, Mustang. Oh no. Oh no, are you guys fighting, Mustang and Big Fish? Dang it. What if I give you both a wrench? You could beat each other up with the wrenches. Oh no. Oh, Mustang. What do you say to those charges? No. Well, I would never let anyone abuse a wrench. I really wouldn't. I mean, I only have 2 mods. Sensi Wackadoodle and my friend Justin. And they've never even thrown anyone out. They've only blocked a couple comments. Yeah. No, I don't know. No, I know. No, I think no, but honestly, I think Big Fish would totally respect like my space with that. I do. I think she'd just be looking out for bad actors. But under your advisement, I won't give anyone a wrench for now because, quite frankly, I don't think I need wrenches. I mean, no, but Big Fish, I know. I'm not saying that. Please don't feel that way because You guys are cute. I don't think anyone really needs wrenches here because I don't even know if I have a wrench, to be honest with you. No one ever says anything bad, so um, oh no. Okay, all right, Mustang, please, 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 please. Let's not fight, okay? I mean, really, because I love all of you. You know that. We're all his children. Big Fish is like, who, me? What'd I do? Well, I will definitely. I'm going to go on Big Fish's show. I mean, I always do that. She always extends that invite to me when she has a panel show, and I will continue to go on it. Um, I I like a couple of the people she has on, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to. I don't. I mean, you guys are watching this show because everyone likes this show, and I get that. And we don't really do drama very well over here. And if anyone's going to be dramatic, it's usually me, because I'm a big crybaby. But I don't want you guys worried about each other here over here like that. I would never, first of all, I would never try to let anyone bring any kind of anything over. This is neutral territory, of course, and all are welcome here. And but you're right. And you are Big Fish, please. I mean, you've always been respectful of me. I mean, don't you guys got to keep in mind, Don't Hate Create, Big Fish, is the first person to ever make a video about me, and she took such time and care to do that, about the interview that I did with Adam, Aspen. I mean, I don't think he likes that name, the other one. Well, Mustang. oh, well, I'm not ever going to block you, Mustang. I don't care what Big Fish says. She knows that. I would never do that. No, see, I'm a really good judge of things, but Sleuth has 10,000 subscribers, so it's just really hard probably for him to manage all that. I have 240. It's so easy for me to keep an eye on everyone and make sure everyone's nice to each other, and I think we all bring something to the table, and part of me wanted to even continue to broadcast were a few of the shows that Big Fish herself did on the Delphi murders. They were very informative. Whether we're talking the Yellow app, whether we're talking even the Ski Mask incident. I mean, she did several of her own independent broadcasts. And so I think along that line is where I gained my initial respect for her. And because she made a video about me and did it well, and she didn't know me at all. She could have made me sound like a chump or an asshole. Like, who does this guy think he is? But she didn't. She really made me sound way cooler than what I am. She gave me a cool little icon, maybe even skinnier. She might have thinned me out a little, which I totally appreciated. Yeah, I really liked that. It really meant a lot to me at the time. So just personally speaking, that's how I feel about Big Fish, Small Pond, and Don't Hate Create. Yeah, a friend. I don't know about Tennessee. So yeah. But also I would like to say that also Mustang's been here forever and had to listen to me cry about my fucking life and go on about all this stupid ass bullshit like you guys did for so long, and you're still here, and I appreciate that also very much. That all of you are here to do that, and that hopefully I don't sound like a big crybaby anymore, and that we can move on and hope. I'm gonna. Oh, I paused for a second. I think my signal's being a little weird. But I think I don't well well, and you may have a point there. Well, you did, yeah. I was there, yeah. I know. I could tell that there was. I could tell honestly. I mean, if you guys want to talk about this, I don't mind. Um, I could even facilitate. I mean, really, I did sense some tension on Mustang in there. Yeah, I noticed that there's a lot of people. I think that's a very contentious chat room. That's one of the more contentious chat rooms I've ever been in, to be honest with you. But Big Fish contends she doesn't have a problem with you at all. So let's just hopefully try to take people at their word. But I don't know who Charles is, but yeah, I think there's a couple just troublemakers in general. But I don't know. That's part of the charm also of the show. So like for me personally, just so you guys know, when I go onto a panel, like say Fishy's panel, I know it's going to be contentious ahead of time. Like there's no surprises there. I enjoy that environment, believe it or not, because I feel like I fare pretty well in what I feel like at the end of the day isn't anything meant to hurt my feelings or anyone's feelings. It's just meant to be goofy and laugh a lot, really. And really probably comes down to more like what kind of sense of humor you have versus maybe even how good or bad of a show. And that you know, and you know, very informative, and but I think there's something to both formats. So that's all. And she always does a late night. Yeah. Well, we're not having one now, I don't think, Hiawatha. We've never had a problem in this chat. I don't appreciate it either. This is where I can relax and hang with friends. Well, I don't think we're even having one now. No. Oh no, I don't think we're really having a problem in the chat. I don't feel like this is a problem because I don't feel like anyone's really like mad at each other or anything. I mean, maybe it could even, you know, and I won't allow there to be a problem. Don't worry. You know, like because we like to talk about the UFOs and crap over here. You know, like we're less into like the topical drama on this channel, I would say, and I'm more into like a Rodney King ordinance. Okay, Shay. See, Shay's got a great sense of humor. That's what I love about Shay. And Shay's got some. Let me tell you what. You want to talk about somebody with some real wild stories? I only know one or two of them. Well, let's not even ask. Let's not stop. Let's not ask. Let's listen to what Derek has to say. God damn it, chat. Don't freak me out. I'm just kidding. I can handle it. I'm just so used to like the smoothest with the Rodney King ordinance would be that's where you get to beat people up. Oh, I see. I get it now. Also known as Mustang says I blocked her. Okay. Well, all right. You know, and that's your right. Absolutely, you're right. We all have a right to either listen to or block who we want. I think. And we have a right to get irritated if we get irritated. I mean, obviously, you guys have seen me become irritated before, so I cannot preach to the choir here. Y'all are allowed to feel however y'all feel, but I'm not mad at anybody, and I don't really have a problem with even discussing it because it doesn't really feel like drama as long as I'm not mad at anyone. But I don't want you guys to be mad at each other though either. I really don't. But you're gonna do what you're gonna do because you are everyone here is very like you know, opinionated. Like we all have a strong sense of who we think we are. I feel that with most of my solid subscribers. Mustang. Well, Mustang, you know, you do have an in tune sense of web sleuth. That's another thing people don't give us enough credit for in this community in general. Whether it be just the person behind the counter at the liquor store, probably some of your own children who think they're pulling shit and wool over your eyes when they're not getting away with anything. Because there is something about people that web sleuth, in my opinion, we like a good mystery. And so part of that is going through your daily life, almost approaching every situation as if it's a mystery. Why is this person doing this? Why is this person saying that? How many of you guys do that every day? You know, we used to call it people watching. But to understand people, you do have to observe them, you know. So, of course, Boston, this is a good one. John 1:16 says, out of his fulfillment, we all have received grace upon grace. A wiser person than me wrote that, so I don't really quite get the full impact of what it means because I know it's supposed to mean a lot. It's supposed to mean a lot. want to think about it for a minute. I don't want to just say it. Out of his fullness, we have all received grace upon grace. Well, oh yeah, Boston's great. I mean, everyone's great. I love all you guys. I really do. For different reasons. See, but I don't know what it is. Like I never, besides that one thing I had happen, which I totally obviously misread on Cryptex, that came back to bite me in the ass big time. I ain't going to deny that. Again, there's, thank you, Charlie. For helping to break that down for me a little bit. Sometimes the Bible, biblical talk means so much, but I don't grasp necessarily just because of the vernacular, the meaning necessarily fully of that. Oh, yeah. Well, if somebody knows a name hurts your feelings or does something, then they shouldn't. People shouldn't pick on each other or do that kind of stuff if you're not enjoying it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There are certain people in my life, that can say certain things like that to me and send me completely off the ledge. So I get that, and so I don't see those connections. But at the same time, I mean, since you made that known, I'll take note. And we definitely don't think you are. No way. I don't. I mean, any of us could be, for all we know, But I want you guys to know that I'm doing my best to represent who I am as a person on this box. Every time I come on here, I like being a real person. Like, I don't like the idea of trying to go, well, this is your chance, Derek, to sort of transform yourself into someone that's cooler or, I just don't like that. In fact, I like to downplay that shit. Because then when someone truly does think you're all right, it's really from a really well-meant place. And that means so much more than, all that. I always see Mustang here. You guys must have missed her somewhere because she's in my channel all the time. And no, I won't allow anyone to pick on anyone here, including Mustang or anyone. No way. Not knowingly, guys. No. And we love you. Yeah, I'm pretty much stuck the way I am, Jari. But, it's not perfect, that's for sure. But I do attempt to make myself vulnerable. Like, I want to be realistic, I don't want to put on some bravado that things don't bug me or because they do, I'm a real person. I mean, I have feelings, I mean, we all go through shit. All of us do. I'm not alone in that. And so that's what makes it better when I come on and then talk to other people that also go through shit, I guess. Like you all have, it's like, oh, I don't know. It's just some kind of camaraderie to it. It doesn't, I'm not like comparing whose shit is worse or whatever. It's just like, oh, thanks, Mustang. I appreciate that too. Yeah, no, I agree, Mustang. If you feel like you're getting that, then, you have a right to feel however, you have a right to feel however you feel. I mean, at the end of the day, you really do. Just don't be mad at me if I go on the panel, all right? Just don't hold it against me. That's all I ask. Because, at the same time, I mean, you are forget the word shit. You are a trailblazer. You absolutely are. You told me rock and roll stories that are trailblazer stories. Come on, Shay. Someday, you are going to tell a couple stories on my show. I hope. I can't force you, but I hope. Well, I continue to smoke this Acapulco Gold. I can tell you it's quite delicious. The Spell's beer is warm now, but I guess they say fancy beer is good warm, so I'm going to drink it anyways. At $4 a can, I'm going to enjoy it, whether it's warm or cold. But I prefer it cold. That's my problem with beer. They sell these kind of larger cans, or you have to buy a 6-pack. I would be happy to buy 2 10-ounce cans of beer that would stay completely cold. That could be my 2 beers. I wouldn't even get a buzz. But I like the flavor, they make non-alcoholic beer now. Now, I know they've always made, like, what they used to call that shit, O'Doul's and near beer and all that stuff, right? It tasted like ass. That beer did. That fake beer back in the 70s and 80s. Oh, they just didn't have it down. But now they actually brew fake beer. But they take the alcohol out somehow, and it's expensive, like a microbrew. My buddy Justin, in fact, Justin Beaks and, birds and, base covers there, the one of 2 mods that I have, and it's staying that way for a while. By the way, if anything, you guys all just made the decision, we need no mods. Either everyone or no one. But anyways, he quit drinking, and I'm real proud of him for that, because he was kind of starting to drink there, like a little bit more than he wanted to, and he was gaining weight and feeling unhealthy, and he quit drinking and started working out every day. He does the bass covers. He's really an excellent bass player. And has the bird on his shoulder. He has a parrot, that he has on his shoulder, Sheba. And he's my good buddy in Kalamazoo. He's one of my only friends left in town. So, also my metal detecting guru. Shout out to Justin tonight in Kalamazoo. Hopefully I'll be able to hook up with him soon and hang out. If not, he's going to be playing some shows with his band, so I'll go see that. Yeah. Oh, Boston. Yeah, you guys are all great. I mean, look, if anybody has a reason to be, like, completely made fun of around here, it's me. I mean, if you guys remember how ridiculous I was for a while, I mean, good Lord, you guys. Talk about dramatic. I mean, everything was, like, ending my whole existence every day. Whew, that was tiring. I'm so glad it's not that bad anymore. Good Lord. Oh, God. I don't miss a year ago. You know what I don't like? Facebook memories, photo memories from Google. I hate that shit. I swipe it right away. For now, it's too painful. I don't like it. They need to somehow be able to string together future pictures of fun things. Then I got something to look forward to. Why do I want to look back 6 years ago when I was more successful, had more money, had more in my life, had a house, somebody that possibly loved me? I mean, no. We just have to go on where we're at. Every day is a struggle just to live. And if you can do it gracefully, without sounding biblical, of course, because I'm not sounding biblical, but if you can do it gracefully to some degree, or even be of some service or help to somebody, geez, that's a really cool thing, I think. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. And you know what? Losing all that shit, you only have to lose everything once, because you don't have enough to lose. I know I just said that with way too many L's, but you have nothing left to lose, besides your dignity. And that's up to you, or me, per se. So that's it on that, And so many people have it so much worse than I have it, And once you start realizing that and feeling better about life again, you feel guilty for even feeling shitty in the first place, Makes me just want to work harder. Like when I drive to Kalamazoo and then I see there's a pretty sizable homeless population there. And I know how close I can be to that from time to time. I feel that pressure that I'm one car breakdown away from being homeless. Maybe it's not that serious, but it sure does make me want to put in a few extra hours of work. It really does. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to work extra long. I'm going to work just for that extra hour a day and try to get that oil change done today or whatever it is, whatever goal I'm trying to meet. because I don't have anything saved up, you know. So that's where I'm at. It's like everything I get for right now until I can save money, it has to go to whatever I need the most at the time, you know. It's a hard way to live, you know. It's not with zero backup, you know, and being alone, but I'm not truly alone. That's a whole different deal. That's a whole different deal, and I ain't there. Yeah, well, you know, sticks and stones, you know, but it does get damn discouraging when you just want to be part of a community somewhere or just be like part of whatever, and then you have to feel like either, you know, like how I felt a couple times, and not even on purpose, you know, it does take you off guard a little bit, and it does, it stretched me out a couple times in quite a weird way where I just didn't even want to turn on this aspect of the computer anymore. Of course, I'd still be watching Y-Files or something because I'm obsessed with that crap. But, um, you know, as far as like making content or interacting, you know, I mean, and also I think I was in such a shitty place for a while. I just needed to get my head above water a little bit. Well, Shay, that's no good. You have to have heat. What do you have? What do you have over there? You have propane or some shit. What do you got? Oil? Heating oil? You got a tank you got to fill up or something? Or you got wood? I mean, I essentially have no heat either, but, um, you know, I don't really know how to do all that in this RV. So, I mean, but, you know, even a propane heater is safe for indoors as long as you're with it and you test it properly to make sure it has a tight seal. Oh, you have natural gas. You're just saying that, oh, well, I guess you have a point there too, though. I guess I wasn't looking at it that way. Hmm. I bet you got some really good tips for me if I have to go through that this winter. If I have to go through that, I'm definitely gonna be getting a hold of you for some tips. Shit's expensive, I guess is what you're saying. You know, I get that. I totally get that. I had to go without certain things too. Like, I just totally get that. Like, I must have took a lot of stuff for granted the first like 45 years of my life. I swear. I mean, I worked and stuff like that, you know, but the money was just there, and then all of a sudden, like, no matter how hard you work, sometimes it feels like there's just no money there. That that fucking sucks. I'm sorry to cuss. That shit pisses me off so bad. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, because you got some giant place. I think you got like some old, like, I don't know, something I remember. Some kind of like hotel or something you run. Well, Shay, besides just like running in place, I mean, but like seriously, like you have good tips on a lot of stuff. First of all, I'm gonna do this dog wash, ear wash thing. And did you finish putting up? I said he had what was like little black grittiness on the outside of his ears. I'm assuming it might be on the inside too. Would that indicate um I almost said mice. I don't know why. Oh my god. Mites, I mean. Shay, just I want to go back to that so I know what I'm treating for. Yeah, 15-room house. Yeah, that's a lot. You know, when I consider that, my Jefferson house had a one, two, had like a 5-room house, so that's a lot more rooms. Yeah, yeah, Jari. I mean, I would do that too. Yeah. Um, or electric heater or propane or you know, I mean, I don't think any of those heaters are safe to like. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, you know, because I can't justify then this winter leaving an RV, watching a dog if I can't feel comfortable leaving a propane, you know, like something that could burn the place down or blow up. In other words, like when I leave here every day, guys, I'm really anal retentive. Yeah, yeah. See, that makes me worry right there, Shay. Like seriously, and propane is pricey, man. Good golly, Miss Molly, it's pricey. I know. I filled up a few tanks. The tanks themselves are expensive. Jesus, the gas is bad enough, but you got to get the tank. Forget about it. Oh yeah. Shay has been through so much craziness. Oh my God, you poor thing. I don't watch that. I've never watched Professor Rock. What is it? What network is it on and all that stuff? What are the details on Netflix or whatever? Yeah, Shay, that's rough stuff. Yeah, then my bedroom. Well, if you got 15 rooms, it sounds like you have your choice of bedrooms, I hope. But yeah, I mean, you do? Well, that's smart. Oh, heated clothing. Well, yeah, I'm a little nervous about this winter, you guys. Okay, it got a little chilly up in here, and I was only here starting on March 1st. Although, I will say, the cold weather really lasted well into, gosh, around here into April, May even. The nights were getting down below freezing up and through April, I believe. It was crappy. And this summer, by the way, I don't mean to complain about the friggin' weather, but I would have got firewood tonight had it not been so miserably still, humid, and hot out. Like, I just don't even want to have a fire. Like, and you guys know that's not me. Like, in most, even the hot weather, I still want to have a damn fire. But it's just too humid and still out there right now. I wish we would break out with some just rocking storms, man. We need the rain. Who's here that I didn't recognize? Oh, no, that's just Luis. Okay, Luis is still here. So Louise or Luis? I mean, I know Luis is a male name. I'll say Luisa or Louise. Yeah, no, Mustang's definitely not cruel. I mean, I don't think anyone's cruel. I don't know, but I don't know all the details, guys. I mean, you know me. I stay out of that stuff. I mean, I just I don't know. I get along with everyone until I don't get along at all with like that channel. Yeah. Oh. Mustang saying thanks for the suggestion. Oh, really? Huh. What is it? Top 10s in rock from all the past years. Brandon Bugle. Is that guy from Skinwalker Ranch? Brandon Bugle? That's weird. The Mormon? The Mormon guy's into rock and roll? That's cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm going to stay here, you guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, here's what's going on. So my buddy out in Colorado, see, Hiawatha knows I know everything about all these weirdos. Oh, you mean the one that got the actual picture of that dickbag Sean Kirkpatrick at the meeting when Sean Kirkpatrick said, I never had a meeting with Brandon Bugle about the Skinwalker Ranch. And then he pulled out a picture with him sitting at the table. Yeah, that Brandon Bugle, he's cool. I actually like that guy. He is actually pretty entertaining. Not Sean Kirkpatrick. He's a dick. Well, Mustang's going to check it out. Yeah, well, Jarek, I don't know if I'm going to stay here for the winter is what I'm trying to decide. Oh, my friend Adam, too, is, trying to, he wants to now maybe do it in Michigan. He has a whole successful business where he recycles high-end electronics, where he obtains this stuff, cleans it, tests it. He's shown me his numbers. It's more than I've ever made in my life. I can guarantee you guys that by multitudes. What he's doing right now, not with common appliances, but with shit that you might send to the Hollywood Hills if they need a stove part, let's say. And so he sources that stuff well and then cleans it up, tests it, and basically puts it on his shelf until someone needs it. And it's like pretty good little business. And he wants to buy a warehouse type situation here, maybe in Michigan, because he had to go back to the corporate world. His wife is a doctor, and they have a family. And although this home business makes him tons of cash, I think, having the benefits and all that kind of stuff from a corporate job. They live in Colorado. I thought initially he was going to do it out there, but um, he's pretty convinced there's some areas around Michigan a lot cheaper to buy investment property, like say buy something with a house on it, rent that out. I have a place where I could pull up my RV to the workshop. I like kind of a hybrid living situation now. I'm not really looking to rent out a house. I would buy a house, but I would rent out a room in a house. I mean, you guys know how much rents are nowadays? If you want to rent a house yourself, I don't make that kind of money. And I'm not kidding you. I pay $500 a month where I'm at for this here paid for RV, and $120 a month for this here internet, and that's all I pay. $620 a month to live right here. That includes electricity, water, and power, and all that heat shit. Although the water hasn't been tested by the state yet, and it's not potable, so I don't know if you can count that, but I can wash whatever I want, including my own ass. Excuse my language. There's something called, have you guys ever heard of and it's a travel heater, but I probably work for a house too. It's supposed to be this high end, I don't even know what it does. It's called an Esper heater. And it's made here by Esper Electronics here in Michigan. And everyone, when I was first going to be going on the road with what I was hoping to be like a either Mercedes or Ford transit van type thing, and I could deliver across the country, That was the original plan, if anyone remembers. And there wasn't enough money for that, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, I know that's my problem too with wood burners. Great while you're at home. Anyways, this thing called the Esper heater was $1,500, so it's not cheap. But everyone talks so highly of them, and I think they run on some kind of like almost like plug it in system, but it's so efficient. I'll have to look into it. Oh, Shay says don't waste the money on an Esper heater. Are you saying an Esper heater? No. Oh, water heater. No, this isn't a water heater. This Esper heater I'm talking about is just for heat in general. Like if you're camping on the road or if you have an RV or whatever. It's not an on-demand water heater, although I was going to maybe get one of those. But Shay, those are like $400. I agree. Don't you think I'd be better off just joining a gym for like $40 a month, and then I could just shower and poop whenever I wanted and get in better shape too? What do you guys think about that? Honestly, if you're living without a shower, why not just join a 24-hour gym where I can go actually lift some weights and get back some of my lost strength from Lyme disease? But I don't have a bathroom either, so I pee outside, but I don't do the other thing outside. I'm too scared of it. I'm not getting, there's varmint or I mean, I got the Shell station, and then I go to town every day to work. I find a place in town. I got my spots. I got my laundry mat. I got a favorite laundry mat, so I can always work up a load of laundry if there's an emergency. It'd be nice to have my own bathroom again. I did take that for granted. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. Having a place to go to the bathroom, I may have taken for granted my whole life until I didn't have that. But you're right. It's better than nothing, Jari. And yeah. Yeah, Hiawatha. I mean, I never would have considered it before. I was so shy, I wouldn't even think about it. Now I'm just like, you know what? I'm taking a shower. I'm working out. You can all kiss my ass. Like, I'm just over all that. If it works, it works. Basically, it's a hybrid situation, Jar. You're totally, totally right. At the end of the day, what I end up doing mostly is taking this well water here, which smells fine. It's clean smell. It's not like it has a funk to it. And I fill up gallon jugs. I set them in the sun. And by the end of the day, they're about 80, 90 degrees. They got to be warm. They're very warm. Now, that ain't going to work in the winter. But I then will wash, just like, boom. It's just like I shower myself with like 5 gallons of water. It gets me clean, But having long hair, it's a little better to be under where you can continually rinse and do that. I mean, my hair don't love me no more, but I don't care. Really? I have a thing that drops into a 5-gallon bucket that heats water very quick. and a bucket of that hot water and a bucket of cold is the perfect temp. And that's 10 gallons. Is way, I'm finding out. 10 gallons is like a long ass shower if you got like some kind of slow, feeder system, Like I literally can shower myself off. Somebody found my tambourine. I'll probably have to take him out pretty quick for his little evening poop and tea, but gosh, this has been a really great conversation. It's like I don't even want to give it up yet, so I'm not gonna. Sorry, buddy, you're just gonna have to wait a minute or two. I'm sorry. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. He's good. He's gone a long time without peeing, and this hasn't even been that long today. It's probably been about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, we need to rain awful bad. Oh no, it's okay. Get baby wipes. That's why you said sorry. Yeah, you better say sorry. Get baby wipes. No, but you're right. Like, I'm not too proud to use baby wipes. Oh, hi, buddy. Okay, I guess it's visiting time again. All right. Okay. Now, how you doing? He burped. Oh, that's cute. I love it when he burps. It's so adorable. Oh, okay. Oh, he's such a big baby. It's because I said outside. I think he has to go out, you guys. I hate to torture him. But I'm going to torture you just for a couple more minutes. Because, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I do love this guy. We're going to try your Aunt Shay's and your Aunt Sensi Doodle's secret ear recipe because it's all natural. And I'm pretty sure there's no chemicals in it and it won't hurt you. Okay? I love him too. He's adorable. God, he's just a big dork. He's such a big dork for real. And he loves me, man. He just loves me. Yes, I do because I don't know where his lead went. I had a tie out for him, and whoever mowed the lawn last took the tie out up and the lead, and now that's just gone. So, oh, thank you, Boston. Has it been steaming hot where you're at? He is beautiful. I know. I feel bad that he's shaking his head like that, but he's a big baby. Yeah, he's a big tough guy too, though. I can tell. He ain't no wimpy dog, man. He goes wherever he wants out there. I gotta watch him because there's a lot of ditches, and believe it or not, the weeds are all up through the ditches, and he almost fell into quite a deep hole the other day, just nosing around. I had to really yank back on. He was just going to go right down into this. If it wasn't a ditch, it was more like a drainage thing, And I'm convinced he would have broke a leg. Oh, he won't? Oh, well. Okay, well, that's too bad. He'll have to deal with it if it makes him better. Lukewarm, okay. I wouldn't really say he takes off. I would say he just does what he wants. Like, I yelled at him pretty bad when he did try, like, a couple times he'd push past me when I opened my RV door and just be like, screw you, dude, I'm going. See ya. And I feel vulnerable, like, for him in that situation because the rednecks around here, they'll be riding up and down this dirt road like 100 miles an hour. They don't give a shit. Yeah, he would take off enough to make me worry because he runs in the road without knowing the rules of the road. And that's bad enough to just make me not feel comfortable. Would he take off and not come back? I'm not sure. I think he's smart enough to come back. But he's not, I've had other dogs. Oh, okay. Okay, I will do that, Shay. All right. Yeah, because I'm going to have to squirt it in there, right? Because it's a rinse. I've had to do that with a dog before, too, with it wasn't even with any kind of heavy, like, antibiotic or nothing. It was basically a saline rinse from the vet that basically you'd massage in, take a squirter, squirt it in, massage, and then squirt, so it would drain out. Yeah, so it would drain out the yucky stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And And also with that dog, they called it wrong the first time. They said he had some kind of bacterial infection, but it wasn't that. And so the first round of medicine didn't do anything but make it worse because it wasn't addressing it. So once I simply rinsed his ears, the last dog, it actually cleaned up the problem. I probably should have been doing that the whole time, but I didn't have any of the saline. I didn't have any of the saline rinse, and I don't know, you know. Oh, yeah, but I can't smell that shit, Shay. I could cook it outside, though. I got a hot plate. I mean, I would cook that outside, but I swear to God, I'm not cooking any kind of livers or gizzards in my place. I mean, I don't even go to the bathroom in here. I'm not cooking that. I don't like innards at all. They smell terrible. Hold still, baby. You know, it's just not my thing. You know, and Grandma's home permit was terrible too. But I know, baby. Okay. You know what, you guys, I better call it. Oh, I shall prevail. I have arrived. Rejoice. Well, you're gonna have to prevail on someone else's channel at this point. I'm so sorry because I don't know you. Welcome to our channel, but I am getting ready to end our stream at 2 hours and 20 minutes. I certainly didn't think we'd be going this long at all, even close. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled by all the interaction tonight. I want to say to everyone in chat, please be kind to each other, and you know, just yeah. And I'm glad ultimately, if someone does feel poopy about something, go ahead and say something. You know, better to say something than not. I mean, I always feel like not saying something about any situation only builds resentment. And everyone was more than polite on all sides, including how they felt and all that stuff, for saying what they had to say. So I just want to say thanks to everyone for your honest discourse, for you slobbering once again on my pretty blue shirt, and for keeping it cool. I love all you guys. We'll talk soon, and you shall prevail. You shall prevail. Go back and watch the first 5 minutes if you didn't. It's kind of funny. I think it was pretty funny, this little presidential skit thing I put together. So give the first 5 minutes a shot. After that, it's just all this shit about Malmgren and everything. But good night, everybody. Farmer, Shay says Farmer will have to talk on the phone. Yes, I know, and I hate emails. I'm fine talking on the phone, and anytime I'll give you my phone number that you want it. I won't do it right now on the air because I'm always doing that dumb stuff. Oh, bye, Jari. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. Mustang, of course, lovely having you here. I love you. And Hiawatha, Louise, thank you so much. I know they're not always the most exciting lives, and we're not always solving all the craziest murders and going on police chases and doing all that, but I hope at the end of it, you know that it's been a real experience and that I enjoy talking to each and every one of you individually and together as a group. And look forward to it next time. With that being said, this is Derek Farmer at the Derek Farmer Network, and you've been listening to The Derek Farmer Show. The Derek Farmer Show from the mountaintop in the swamp. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.